ברשות מוריי ורבותיי,
יהיה דווקא אפילו מאור
today's learning should be הצלחה רבה ושמרה לכל ישראל חי בעולם, שמרה יתרה לחיילי ישראל והגנוסה להם שאין רפואה שלמה לכל חולי ישראל. Okay, we start פרק זין on book Shoftim. We are continuing the stories of Gidon, right? Some of this Shoftim take more than one perek. Gidon has 3 perakim. One of them had one pasuk, right? Gidon gets 3 perakim. Okay, so the first perek was, just a reminder, that Bnei Israel were subjugated to the enemy, and then they, for 7 years, Midan, right? And then they cried to Hashem, and Hashem sent them Gidon to go save the Bnei Israel, to go fight Midian, sorry. Then he had a couple of tests, right? First of all, he wanted to make sure that the Navi is talking to him is a real Navi, and so asked Hashem talk to him directly, and then he wanted to make sure. Then Hashem told him, okay, the angel wasn't even Navi, was an angel. Told him, here, put your meat and the matzah on this stone, and fire came and burned it. That was one test. He knew the real angel talked to him. So remember, he brought food for the angel. He said, no, put it on this stone. Put him on the stone. He put his cane on it, and fire came from Shamayim and burned it. And the angel disappeared. So now he knew it's a real angel. And now he knows that Hashem is talking to him. Then when Hashem told him go gather groups to fight Midian, he wanted to test again, make sure they do deserve it. If Hashem is going to do miracle, he said, oh, give me a sign about the dew, Shabnam, right? همه جا خشک باشه این پشمه خیس بشه. The next night said, oh, let's do the opposite. همه جا خیس بشه این پشمه خشک باشه. Everything happened. Now he knows he's going to be successful. Hashem is with him. Okay, now the next morning. This is already after 2 nights of the test. Vayashkem Yeruba'al. Very interesting that here calls him Yeruba'al. Who called him Yeruba'al? Remember his father. Why did he call him Yeruba'al? Because he broke his Asherah, his Mizbeach. That was right. He said, oh, the Baal should go fight with you. Uh-huh. The father was telling the son, calling his son bad name, Yeruba'al. Now here Gemara calls him Yeruba'al. Why? I mean the book of Shoftim calls him Yeruba'al. Because of exactly thing that is bad for the idol worshipper is good for Hashem. Hashem says, oh, you did the right thing, Yeruba'al. Right? For that zechut that you listened to me, you broke the Asherah, you broke their Mizbeach, you got rid of their animals that they were raiding to shech for the idol. For that zechut, you're going to be successful. וישכם ירובעל הוא גדעון וכל העם אשר איתו, and all the nation that was with him. How many people he had? We're going to see soon that 32,000 people came with him to fight. Remember, he went on the mountain below Shofar, and people came with him to fight. ויחנו על עין חרוד, name of a place. Umachane, so this Ein means the spring of Charot. Umachane Midian Hayal Lo Misafon. So the camp of Midian was on his north. Migiv Ad Hamore Be'emek, from the hill of More in the valley. So the whole valley, Midianim were camping there. ויאמר השם אל גדעון רב העם אשר איתך this nation that's with you is too many people are with you. Miteti et Midian beyadam. For me to give Midian in their hands. You brought too many people. Right? What does that mean? Usually we say Berov Ha'am, Hadrat Melech. The more the better. Here Hashem wanted to show, no. He wanted to show it's all miracle. It's not in the hands of people. We don't need you. Especially when people were not in that madriga. When time of Yoshua, what happened when not everybody went to fight Guy? Right, Tishot, they lost. Only 3,000 people went and lost. Because what? Zechud Rabbim, they didn't have the Zechud Rabbim. But over there, the people, Rabbim were Sadiqim. Here, most people were not Sadiqim. So he said, don't bring them. It's too many people. Pen it par ala Israel. Maybe they're going to be arrogant upon me. Once they win the war, they're going to be arrogant. Like, you hear this, oh, we did it, such an army. You were so trained with such a good army. We went and, even though the enemy was 135,000, these were only 32,000. Still, big number of people fighting. Lemor, Yadi Oshiali, my hand saved me. Right? They're going to say, oh, it was me. Right? Yadi Osem Kochi. People become arrogant. And one of the things that we see Hashem hates the most is Gava. Rambam says that everything you go middle ground, everything. Right? Don't go too much, not too little. Don't be too much spender. Don't be too much miser. Middle ground. Everything you know, all the middle ground, except two.
Tzedakah.
One is no. Even tzedakah you have to do. Gava and anger. Gava and anger you go zero. Not middle. No gava, completely zero, and no anger. And that was we saw in the first page. One of the reasons that Hashem chose Gidon, even though he wasn't such a big rabbi or anything, why did Hashem choose him? He was very humble. Every time he kept saying, he sees humble. We see it more. واتا نه با من که
گیدون خیلی پولدار بوده
نه
نه پدرش
نه خودش گفت من I'm from the poorest of my tribe, from the poorest family.
Because usually Gidon, whoever's Gidon becomes rich. الان in these days.
آره
yeah
شاید بخاطر اسم مخصوصیه.
Really?
Okay, وَأَتَا كَرَانَا بَوْزْنِهَا عَامْ لَمُرْسَنَا Hashem wants to reduce the army. What is he going to do? Go call the nation and tell them, go make an announcement. Mi yare v'chared yashuv. Whoever is scared and trembling, milarze, go back. What are you scared of? They already came to fight. They're not scared of fight. What are they scared of? Averot.
Scared of what?
Averot.
ay.
Right, Mr. Parashat Shoftim, that it says the Kohen Gadol, Kohen Mashiach goes and talks to people, and whoever is scared go back home. Right, they say, who is scared, who is going to go home? Even the one who talks during the tefillah in the shul, during the Torah reading, he's not allowed to be in the war. He has to go back home. Right? Why? He has to be scared of his averah. This is big averah. So whoever did averah, go home. Vaispor mehar hagilad, and go down from Har Hagilad, that was the mountain they were on it. Vayashav minham esrim ushnaim alef. 22,000 people left. Those are the ones that still had problems, right? Still were not such tzaddikim. Okay, they said, okay, we have some sins and we're doing some sins, we cannot be in the war. From here we see how many people he had already, originally. 10,000 left. So already he had 32,000, right? more than two-thirds left. 22,000 left, 10,000 stayed. Right? More than two-thirds left him. Now he's left only with 10,000 people. Going against 135,000.
کجا میدونی 135
This next page.
32.
No. He's going against 135,000 people. 32 he was his original number. Now he is only left with 10,000.
22,000
left. They went goodbye. ועשרת אלפים נשארו. 10,000 they stayed. After 22,000 we have to put comma. וישב מן העם 22,000 comma. ועשרת אלפים נשארו. 10,000 left. Okay. ויאמר השם לגדעון עוד העם רעב. No, it's still too much. Too many people.
10,000 زیاد.
To 10,000 against 135, no, still it's not going to look like such a big miracle. I wanted to show 100% is the hand of Hashem. Allah, now Hashem is telling them, go test them, and we see which one's going to stay, which one. But he doesn't tell Gideon what is the test. He just tells them, Ored otam el hamayim, go bring them to water. Go tell them here is a river, go drink water from it. Command everybody to go drink water. Ve'ersefeno lechasham, and over there I'm going to refine them from you. The same way that you refine the gold, all the impurity goes out, only the pure is there, leaves. That's it. I'm going to purify only the biggest tzaddikim is going to stay. והיה אשר אומר אליך זה ילך איתך. Whoever I tell you, it's going to go with you. Right? הוא ילך איתך. That's the one that is going to go with you. וכל אשר אומר לך זה לא ילך עמך, and the ones that I tell you they don't go with you, הוא לא ילך. He's not allowed to come to the bar. That's it. Now we're going to do the test. It's a very interesting perek, this one. ויורד את העם אל המים. So, okay, Gideon, listen. Brought the people to the water. It's very, very interesting that Hashem keeps talking to him. Right? But he's not counted as one of our Navi'im. He was a Navi, but not one of the 48 Navi'im. Why? Again, the Gemara says there were thousands of Nabi that Hashem talked to. But only the ones that have prophecy for the future, that has to do with Bnei Israel for the future, those are the ones that are counted as a 48 Nabi. Okay. So Hashem tell him to bring them to the water. He brought the people to the water, told them to go drink water. Vayomer Hashem el Gideon. Now Hashem tells him which one to choose. Kol asher yalok leshono min hamayim kasher yalok hakelef tasig otam levad. Whoever that licks the water with his tongue the way that the dog licks, right? When you bring the water in your hand and drink it like this, put those in one corner. Put them aside. וכל אשר יכרע על ברכיו לשתות, right? And the ones that are bowed down on their knee to drink, those also put aside. So two groups, right? You go by the river. Some people go on their knee and they put their head there. Some people they sit down, they pick up the water and they drink like this. So he said, whoever bow down, out. Zanu Zadeh. Right? Because what? That's the sign. Then one day they bow down to idols. Right? They are used to it. But the ones that they don't bother, they have dignity, they just pick up the water with their hand and they drink like this. Those are the ones.
Okay.
Yes.
Even though it's
a dignity.
It's okay.
Yeah, those they were the good ones.
Which one are the good ones?
The ones who didn't bow down with their knees. Who didn't
The one,
bend.
the good.
Yeah, took the water with their hands and they lick it like this. Right? So question is, we already said all the ones who sinned went home. So these are the ones who are not sinners. How come?
Possibility of them.
How come here you say, oh, the Mefarshim say, how come here say that bow down to they are used to bowing down to Avodah Zarah? So these were once upon a time they did, and they did Teshuvah. But still Hashem said, for other things they call good, they are good. But for this, I don't want them. Because they have bad record. Even though they did Teshuvah. Certain sins, even though you do Teshuvah, still you have bad record. Like a Kohen, right, who did a murder. Even though he did Teshuvah, he cannot go ducha. Even though he did it for self-defense, whatever reason he did.
That's not a green gift.
Okay, sad. That's all.
Let's get out of the question.
Vahi mispar. How many? Let's see how many left with him from 10,000. Vahi mispar. Hamelakekim beyadam. The ones that they're licking the water with their hand. LPM that brought it with the hand to their mouth. Shalosh ma'od ish. 300 people. Imagine going with being left with only 300 people. Imagine how Gideon is feeling right now. I had a big army of 32,000, still scary, going against 135. Now I only have 300 people.
یعنی 7,700 تاشون
More, as 10,000.
یا 10
97,700. Yeah, 97, how much left? Basically, all of them. Who left? Few Rabbanim, a few like big Talmidei Chachamim. This is like اصلا جنگم probably جنگم بلد نیستن همش صبح تا شب درس میخوندن. اوکی. به قول احترام Kar'u arbil kehem lishtod ma'im. All the other ones, they bent down on their knees to drink water, so those were out. ויאמר השם אל גדעון בשלוש מאות האיש המלקלקים הושיע אתכם. Right? So that's now Hashem told him what was the sign. Until now he didn't know that, okay, two groups. Which group am I taking? So Hashem said, no, the 300 that they licked the water with their hands, with those I'm going to save you. ונתתי את מדיין בידיך. And Hashem is giving him assurance, don't worry. I'm still going to give Midian in your hand. וכל העם ילכו איש למקומו. And all the other people, send them home. Send them all to their places. ויקחו את שדה העם בידם. So the food that they had, they gave to them. All those people that they're going home now. They don't need their food. They give it to these people. ואת שופרותיהם ואת כל איש ישראל שלח איש לאוהליו. And all the shofars and all the people of Israel, all the other ones that they bend on their knees, they send them to their tents, to their homes. ובשלושה מאות איש החזיק. And he kept 300 men. ומחנה מדיין היה לו מתחת בעמק. And מחנה מדיין was under him in the valley. So they were camping on the mountain, מחנה מדיין on the valley. Imagine such a big crowd of enemy, 300 people left here. Okay, we're going to go kill all of them. Okay. ויהי בלילה ההוא, ויאמר השם, ויאמר אליו השם קום. So that night, Hashem came and told him, get up, רד במחנה, go to the camp of enemy. כי נתתי בידך, I have given it in your hand.
שבחון בזמן.
Shabachun, that's it. Ve'im yarata, so Hashem felt that he's still scared, it's like a scary thing. So Hashem said, okay, if you are scared, I give you another sign. Final sign. That's it. If you are scared, ve'im yarata laredet, if you are scared to go fight now, red ata upura na'arecha ela machane. Go only you and Pura, your servant, to the camp. Right? Go spy on them. Veshamata ma yedaberu. Just go listen to what they say. Listen to them. V'achar techazakna yadecha. And then you're going to be strong. V'yarata b'machana. And then you're going to go fight their camp. Basically, Hashem said, go there, you see what they saying. همون شبه برو اونجا یواشکی. Just گوش بده ببین چی میگن. Then you're going to be strong. Then your fear is going to go away. See what they're going to say. That's another sign that Hashem is giving him. וירד הוא ופורה נערו. So he went with Pura, his servant, אל קצה החמושים, in the edge of the armed guards, אשר במחנה, ומדיין ועמלק וכל בני קדם נופלים בעמלק, the Midian and Amalek and Bnei Kedem, all these nations, they were all together fighting, ready to fight Israel. They were camping in the Emek, in the valley, like grasshoppers, multiple, so many of them like grasshoppers. They were as many as grasshoppers.
So many of them.
So many of them, larov, like numerous like grasshoppers. There was not only Midian, Amalek and Bnei Kedem also were with them. ולגמליהם אין מספר, and their camels was numerous, like endless camels. You cannot count them. ככל שעל שפת הים לרוב. It was so many like sand by the ocean. There's so many of them. Even the camels, there's so many that you can, there's countless camels. Vayavo Gidon, so Gidon came, like sneaking all the way by their camp without anybody noticing him. Veine ish mesapeh lereu. So now see the guards are talking to each other. One of them told his friend, Chalom, and he was telling him about his dream. Vayomer hine chalom chalamti. Double language, right? Like parasha, last week's parasha, right? Paro, chalom chalamti. This is it. Double language shows that it's coming true. Chalom chalamti, I had a dream. Vehine selil lechem seorim, was roasted barley bread, mithafech b'machane, rolling in the camp, b'machane Midian, in the camp of Midian. Why barley bread? It's referring to barley, which korban we bring, like barley, korban omer, right? We bring from barley. So what is omer represent? Omer can represent, it's still not time for wheat. Omer comes, barley comes before the wheat. So we said even now we're going to thank you, Hashem, right? We bring korban omer, even if you only give us barley, the wheat is still not here, we still want to thank you. We can bring you korban. So that's with a little bit that Hashem gives you, you still have to thank you. So he sees a roasted bread of barley rolling around in the camp of Midian. Vayavo ad ha'oel, and came to until the tent. Vayakeu, and hit the tent. Vayipol, and the tent fell. Vayhafechu lemala, and turned it upside down. Venafal ha'oel, and the whole tent fell. So this was his dream. Now the interpretation, his friends tells him. Vayan Reyehu, his friend told him, you know what it means? ויאמר אין זאת בלתי אם חרב גדעון. This is only means that the sort of Gidon ben Yoash, they were already scared of him. Right? He was saying, oh, this must mean Gidon is coming to attack us. Ish Israel, Natan ha-Elohim beyado ed Midian. Okay, that shows that Hashem gave Midian in his hand, ve'et kol ha-machane, and all the machane. That's what he heard behind their camp. He was, when they're eavesdropping, yeah, that's what they say. No, he knows. That's it, sign from Hashem. כשמוע גדעון את מספר החלום, when Gidon heard this story of the dream, ואת שברו, and the interpretation, וישתחו, and he bowed down, said Baruch Hashem, and he bowed down to Hashem. וישב אל מחנה ישראל, he went back to the מחנה ישראל. Where was his friend? His friend didn't come all the way with him. He was too scared.
In the mountain.
Right? We see over he went with, what was his name? Pura. Right? But they say here Pura was not with him. He went very close. He was too scared. He didn't come all the way.
Oh.
Okay. Two people then, right? Gidon and Pura. Now here is only Gidon there. What happened? Pura backed up. He was too scared to come too close. Okay. So now he went back. Kumu. Woke everybody up. Ki natan Hashem beyadechem et machane Midian. Hashem gave in your hand machane Midian. Now the war strategy. Vayachas et shalosh me'od ha'ish shalosha rashim. So he divided the 300 people to 3 divisions. 100, 100, 100. Imagine how the first thing again here, murche chiye ke kala pachas chi boshe. Now they were all together, at least there are 300 people. Now they are separated. 300, they became 3 groups. Vayiten shofarot beyad kulam, and he gave shofar in the hand of all of them. Vekadim rekim, and empty jugs. Velapitim betoch hakadim, and they were fire. Lapid is the torch inside of the jugs. So when they walk towards the enemy, from far they don't see the light. The light is covered, right? They put it over the jug over the fire, and on the other hand, what they have? Shofar. Where is their weapon? No weapon. They're going with the fire and the shofar. Both hands are taken. No room for weapon. Okay?
Make a movie.
That's it. They should really make a movie of it. ויאמר עליהם ממי תראו וכן תעשו. Look at me and do whatever I do. Just copy me, whatever I do. והנה אנוכי בא בקצה המחנה, and I'm going to come to the edge of the camp. והיה כאשר אעשה כן תעשו. And whatever I do, you guys should do it also. ותקעתי בשופר אנוכי בכל אשר איתי. I'm going to blow shofar, me and all the people that with me, the first 100 people, right? ותקעתם בשופרות גם אתם סביבות כל המחנה, and you guys also blow shofar around the whole camp. ואמרתם להשם ולגדעון, and you should say, scream this, the Hashem to Hashem, and for Hashem and for Gidon. So what happened here? They're going only 300 people. That's 3 sides of the Machane camp. What happened to the 4th side? Right? Exactly. Rambam says it's a mitzvah to leave the enemy way to escape, way out, so they don't get trapped. Right? Actually, Rambam says it's a strategy of the war. Rambam says it's one of the misfot to do that. Right? So what's their argument? the argument is, according to Rambam, if this is the strategy of the war, because if you don't leave them anywhere to escape, they fight the strongest. They fight for the life. But if they know there is a way to escape, at least they don't fight that hard. But Ramban said no. You have to leave. Whoever doesn't want to fight has to have a way to go to run away. So one side they leave open. ויבוא גיבון ומאה איש אשר איתו בקצה המחנה. So Gidon came with 100 people that with him to the edge of the camp. Rosh Hashmarot Hatichona, in the middle watch, the beginning of the middle watch. That means changing shifts, right? They just had put the guards there. So what happened? They blow the shofarot and they broke the jugs in their hands. Imagine they're blowing shofar and they making a bang, breaking the jugs, and now they're holding the shofar in one hand and the fire in the other hand. No sword again. They're not holding any sword here. ויתקעו שלושת הראשים בשופרות וישברו הקדים. Again, and all the three groups blow shofar and they broke the jugs. ויחזקו ביד שמאל בלפידים, and they were holding with their left hand בלפידים, to the torch. So what was in the right hand? Shofar. From here, Chafetz Chaim says that what? When you blow shofar, you blow from the right. It's good to blow it from the right side. ביד ימינם השופרות, in the right. It's better to do from right. וביד ימינם השופרות. At least you have to hold it in the right hand. Right? ביד ימינם is לתקוע. To blow. ויקראו, and they call חרב להשם ולגדעון. Sword for Hashem and for Gidon. ויעמדו איש תחתיו סביב למחנה, and they just stood there in their own place around the camp. וירס כל המחנה, and now all the camp they started running. They heard this voice and shofarot, they don't know in the middle of the night what's going on. Everybody panicked in the
without burning the
nothing. They did nothing. They're just standing there and blowing shofar, and they broke the kadim, and now they're just holding the torch and blowing shofar. And the camp, they got confused. They started running as a panic. What happened? All 135,000 started running. Imagine what the chaos. And they started screaming. Right? They thought the whole Kal Israel is attacking them. They didn't know what's going on. They started running away. ויתקעו 300 השופרות, and the 300 people, they kept blowing the shofarot. וישם השם את חרב איש ברעהו. And Hashem put the sword of a person, each man in his friend. That means when they were running in the dark, the guy in front of him, he thought it was an enemy attacking, so they would kill him. They would kill each other. And this group said, oh, he's killing us, they go kill them. They started killing each other. They all thought their friends are enemies. Right? That's what one of the prayers we say, תשים את חרבם בליבם. In the Machshamam, Hezbollah and all those Hamasim. Right? תשים חרבם בליבם, this is it. חרב איש ברעהו ובכל המחנה, and the whole camp was like this, big chaos. וינוס המחנה עד בית השיטה, so then they started running away from the camp. They went until Bet Hashita, Serara, to the Serar. Serata. Yeah, that's name of a town. At Sefad Abel, until Sefad Abel. Mechola, that's also the name of a place. Al Tebat, near Tebat. ויסעק איש ישראל מנפתלי ומן אשר ומן כל מנשה. Now that already the miracle was revealed, that Hashem showed that they 300 people destroyed them. Now the other Jews were allowed to come. So they mobilized, Bnei Israel, they mobilized from Naphtali and Asher and Menashe. This was on the way that the enemy was running, passing by them, so they all went after them. Right? They mobilized by the Acharei Midian. They ran after them to kill them. ומלאכים שלח גדעון בכל הר אפרים, and Gideon sent messengers to the mountain of Ephraim. Until now, they were separated from Ephraim because the camp of enemy was blocking them. So he couldn't even send from the fore, bring troops from Ephraim. But now that he had the chance, he sent to Ephraim, Lemor redu likrat Midian. He told them, go, run towards Midian, ulkodu lahem et hamayim, and secure the water, because to go back to their town they have to pass Yarden. So go secure it. So they wanted to capture their kings. At Beit Bara, ve'et hayarden, until Beit Bara and the Yarden River. Make sure you secure every place so they don't cross. Vayisai ish Ephraim, and all people of Ephraim, they mobilized. Vayelkedu et hamayim, and they secured the water at Bet Barad et Hayarden. Vayelkedu shnei sarei Midian, and they captured the two heads of Midian. Look at their names: Orev ve'ed Ze'ev. One of them was called Orev, means raven, and the other one called Ze'ev, which means fox. Okay, that was their name. Vayargu ed Orev besur Orev, and they killed Orev in a place that later was called Sur Orev. That's why they changed the name of the place to this, because of this miracle. Sur Orev is called. Ve'ed Ze'ev hargu be'yekeb Ze'ev, and
خیلی الان اسم بچه‌هاشون رو میزنن زئف.
Ze'ev they killed in the winery of the wine press of Ze'ev, Yekeb Ze'ev. That's Vayirdefu et El Midian, and they chased Midian. Verosh Orev Ze'ev Haviu El Gidon, and they brought the head of these two kings, the two heads of them, the heads of them, they brought to Gideon me'ever Yarden, to the other side of the Yarden. What was Gideon doing to the other side? He went already past the other side of Yarden to continue fighting with them. He was chasing them all the way to the other side of the Yarden. So they went, they cut the heads of their kings and brought it to Gideon to show them that we destroyed them. Okay? We continue with the story, Bez Hashem, on Wednesday.
Baruch.